We have breaking news right now. UPS has announced that it'll be cutting 20,000 jobs this year because of cost-cutting measures, because of fewer deliveries from Amazon. Layoffs will impact about 4% of its workforce. Now, you want to know why there are fewer deliveries from Amazon? Because people are purchasing less right now because the economy's not as great. And also, there are fewer imports coming into America because of tariffs and higher costs. This move, according to CBS News, is part of UPS's plan to consolidate its facilities and workforce. It'll close about 73 buildings as well by the end of June 2025. But in today's regulatory filing, UPS said, quote, the cuts are in connection with our anticipation of lower volumes from our largest company. And as a result of this consolidation plan, UPS is expected to save more than $3.5 billion in revenue just this year. We'll see what happens next, but know that cost cuts are coming for UPS. Job cuts are coming. Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack, link to my bio, so subscribe for free and follow along for all the news you need to know about.
UPS announced plans to slash 20,000 jobs this year and close 73 facilities by the end of June. The moves are part of a cost-cutting drive to stay ahead of Trump's tariffs. The company says the changes are expected to save them over $3.5 billion in 2025. In its first quarter earnings, UPS, which is the biggest cargo company in the US, also reported a 0.7% drop in revenue from the same period last year. Its supply chain business suffered the most, with revenue dropping nearly 15%, mainly due to the sale of Coyote Logistics. CEO Carol Tomei says that the new moves will make UPS stronger, more nimble, and better positioned for long-term growth. But she shied away from giving financial guidance for the full year, saying that the uncertainty around the impact of Trump's tariffs meant it couldn't provide forecasts. To read the whole story, head to businessinsider.com.
So did y'all see that UPS yesterday came out and said that they're going to be closing 70 facilities and they're going to be getting rid of 20,000 jobs? That is crazy. Because I believe that it was like low production, like nothing is really popping. Like nobody's buying stuff and nobody's shipping anything. 20,000 jobs. That's 20,000 people that are about to lose their jobs. And they're saying this all is going to happen close to June or near June. It's about to be May tomorrow. That means within a month and a half, we're going to have 20,000 people jobless. And it's crazy because people are not really hiring like they should be hiring, right? And then you're not paying people what we should be paid according to what's going on in the world right now. And y'all over here cutting 20,000 jobs? This is ridiculous.
So UPS, one of the biggest delivery companies in the world, is laying off 20,000 workers. Yes, you heard that right. 20,000 jobs gone. If you think this sounds like a small story, trust me, it's not. This news affects not only the people who work at UPS, but also regular families, small businesses, and even the economy. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. If you're coming across this channel for the first time, my name is Rosemary. Kindly consider subscribing, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Before we get to the video, let me play a few clips on the same and I'll be back with my commentary. All credit goes to the original creators of this video.
What's up, America? UPS versus Amazon. So UPS, the shipping company, is now announcing it's ending its partnership with Amazon and laying off 20,000 people. Now, these jobs that are going to be cut are obviously jobs that were Amazon delivery jobs within UPS. Now, that seems like a lot, but UPS is saying that the profit margin was so low that they didn't have any reason to really keep doing this. And so now they're going to focus on delivering medicine and other things like that rather than deal with Amazon. Now, if you're unaware, Amazon also partners with the post office, and you see how fucking great that can be. No, Amazon's just fine. I'm talking about how horrifyingly bad the post office has become. But I digress on that. So frankly speaking, I didn't actually know that Amazon partnered with so many other individuals for shipping. And so it seems like a lot of moves are being made at Amazon, mostly negative. 20,000 jobs cut in a partnership with UPS, and of course now their war with Donald Trump on showing tariff prices. I wonder if him and Jeff Bezos have some kind of problem with each other or what?
Bad news to the U.S. economy thanks to Donald Trump. UPS today has announced they will be laying off 20,000 employees and closing over 70 facilities between now and June because of Donald Trump's tariffs. UPS gets a large portion of their business, their delivery business, from Amazon. Amazon, because of the tariffs, are seeing a great reduction, and if you look at the prices, you'll see why, in the shipments that are being requested for Amazon. So they know they're going to need less. So therefore, UPS is laying off 20,000 now. It may be more later when all these other businesses slow down. More and more and more, thanks to Donald Trump's tariffs. All of these tariffs are unnecessary. They do nothing to help the economy. They do nothing to help Americans. They're going to cost us jobs. They're going to be detrimental to people. And it's all thanks to Donald Trump and his infinite wisdom, which is clearly it's infinite. It's so infinite we can't even see it. Also work for a company that's impacted in some way by Donald Trump's tariffs where they're laying off people. Let me know. You can DM me. I won't use your name, but I'm trying to put this out to let people know the reality of how Trump is making America great again. MAGA. This is really making America great again by causing companies to have to lay off people because of a tariff that was not useful in any way whatsoever, period. Clearly not thought out. Clearly, none of this is helpful to America or U.S. citizens in any way, shape, or form. Love to hear from my Democrats, my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, and my burned out light bulbs. And I'm sorry if you've been negatively impacted by this. Everybody that does anything in the U.S. basic is going to be impacted by Trump and this, and everybody's going to feel it. Thank you, Donald Trump. You truly care about the American people. There's only one thing you care about, and this is not it.
Hey, it's Joe from Georgia. So UPS, United Parcel Service, is going to be laying off 4% of the United States workforce, and that comes down to 20,000 people. Now, the reason they're laying these people off is because the number of deliveries are dropping drastically. They're not exactly sure how far it's going to drop, but it's enough to where they're laying off 20,000 people to start with. And this is all due to the tariffs that are making imports so expensive that Amazon, other companies, they've pulled back from their contracts with UPS on deliveries. So they don't need those delivery drivers anymore. So they're going to be laid off and in the job market. Now, this is just the first big company that's coming out in the delivery services that is cutting their workforce. Now, we know Americans, we love products to be delivered to our front door. Well, it looks like it's going to be harder to get those things now that 20,000 less drivers are on the road, but we're going to see more. The United States unemployment rate, just get ready for it next month. We're going to see an increase in unemployment for sure as jobs are leaving America due to the tariffs.
Now, you might be wondering, why is UPS doing this? Are they losing money? Actually, no. UPS made more than $1 billion in the first part of 2025. They are still profitable, but even with all that money, they are still cutting jobs and closing down more than 70 of their facilities. So what's the real reason? Well, UPS is trying to save money. They say they want to, quote unquote, optimize their network, which is just a fancy way of saying they want to do more work with fewer people. They are also cutting back on deliveries for Amazon, which used to be one of their biggest customers. By 2026, UPS says they will cut Amazon deliveries in half. Why? Because Amazon wasn't helping UPS make much profit. UPS was working harder but not earning enough in return. But here's the problem. While UPS tries to make their business more efficient, little people are losing their jobs. Thousands of workers are now facing a future with no paycheck. These are warehouse workers, drivers, and other staff who help to keep the company running every single day. A lot of these workers are part of the Teamsters unions, one of the biggest labor unions in the United States. The union has raised concerns about UPS decision. They believe that the company should stick to the promises they made in their contracts and not treat workers like they are just numbers on a spreadsheet. It's a painful reminder that even when a company is doing well, workers can still be the ones who suffer. Let's take a step back for a second. UPS is not the only company making cuts. We have seen layoffs in many industries lately: tech, manufacturing, and even retail. A big reason behind this is the uncertainty in the US economy. Inflation is still high, prices are up, and business is slowing down. Also, there is the issue of US tariffs on goods from China. These tariffs have made products more expensive, which means fewer people are buying things. That leads to fewer packages being shipped, and companies like UPS start to feel the pressure. It's like a chain reaction. When the economy struggles, companies cut costs, and usually workers are the first ones to get hit. Amazon plays a huge role in this story. For years, Amazon depended on UPS to help deliver millions of packages. But in recent years, Amazon has built its own delivery system. They now have their own trucks, planes, and drivers. That means Amazon doesn't need UPS as much anymore. And since UPS wasn't making big profit from Amazon deliveries, they decided to reduce the partnership even more. The people who suffer most in situations like this are working class families. Many of the people being laid off live paycheck to paycheck. They have bills, rent, kids to feed. Losing a job suddenly can be a disaster. And when 20,000 people lose their job at once, it's not just about them. It's about the stores where they shop, the schools their kids go to, and the communities they live in. These cuts ripple out and hurt local economies too. It also affects small businesses. If UPS slows down services or raises prices to save money, small shops that depend on deliveries may suffer too. It's a reminder that we need a stronger system to protect workers. It's easy for big companies to say they are restructuring, but for the people losing their jobs, it feels like a betrayal. There needs to be more pressure on companies to think about workers, not just shareholders. So what can we learn from this UPS story? A company can make billions and still cut jobs. Workers are often the ones hit hard. Big business decisions like ending partnerships with Amazon or reacting to tariffs can have huge consequences. Regular people, not executives, usually pay the price. UPS says this move will save them billions in the long run. But what will it cost the communities who rely on these jobs? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.